Welcome back. For those of us in central Canada and further east, there's just something so alluring about West Coast vibes. Chill, relaxed, and always stylish. When it comes to fashion, there are incredible West-based brands that we should all have on our radar, no matter which part of the country we live in. So Michaela's here to introduce us. Hey, Michaela.
Hey, Tracy. Before we get started, I would love to do a land acknowledgement. I'm currently on the ancestral, traditional, and unceded territory of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish peoples of Vancouver, British Columbia.
Thank you so much for that, Michaela. I appreciate it. Now, let us in on some of these incredible West Coast brands and designers that you are surrounded by out there in Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm going to start with B Yellowtail. So Bethany Yellowtail, she's from Los Angeles, and B Yellowtail is an Indigenous-owned and operated fashion brand and retailer. And so the piece that I'm showing you today is a signature elk tooth motif a pantsuit, and it also comes with a skirt and a blouse. And the elk teeth were used by the Crow people and many Northern Plains Indigenous people as a symbol of cultural wealth and prosperity.
Well, I understand you're also wearing B Yellowtail today, and it is gorgeous. Yes. I'm loving that color on you, Michaela. Is it a long dress or short?
Thanks. It's a long dress. And normally I would wear a belt with it, but I just didn't have one this time. But
yeah, you don't even need it. You look great. Next, we're going to talk about jewelry. So you're showing us pieces from Copper Canoe Woman.
Yes, Copper Canoe Woman, Vina Brown, she's from the Heiltsuk Nation in British Columbia. And a lot of her jewelry is, inspired by the land, the sea, the sky. And she infuses a lot of her jewelry with elements from the Northwestern coastal people like abalone shell. So you'll see a lot of that beautiful, metallic, colorful abalone shell in a lot of her work.
Oh, beautiful. Now, you've got a hot tip for anyone who loves looking put together, but still being extremely comfortable, which is definitely me, but I feel like it's everyone. And that is to get your hands on clothes by Jackson Rowe, right?
Yes. So Jackson Rowe is founded by Julia LaFaux, and it's a Vancouver born and based brand that focuses on sustainable fashion. So they're working towards making a lot of their clothing out of beech tree pulp and recycled plastics and bottles.
That is incredible. I'm super excited for the last two designers that you're introducing us to today because they create true wearable art. Tell us about Yolanda Skelton and Jennifer's Copper Silver.
Yes. So right now, Yolanda Skelton is one of my favorite Indigenous designers here on the West Coast. And, when you're wearing a piece of her art, you're literally a walking story. Her work is designed by or inspired by the oral stories of her culture. She's from the Gitxsan Nation here in British Columbia. It's super colorful, and, it's just so vibrant and perfect for spring. And then we have Jennifer's Copper Silver. So Jennifer Younger is a Tlingit award-winning carver. And what's unique about her work is that she does everything by hand. She doesn't use any patterns. So every piece is custom and unique to every customer. And it's one of a kind. And, she uses a lot of copper because in her culture as well, copper symbolizes that cultural wealth and that cultural nourishment and supernatural power. The Indigenous people here, use copper to help them with their health.
I think that we always have to keep in mind when pieces are made and they are originals and they're not based on a pattern and they're being done by hand, you actually have to treat these as investment pieces and you treat them as pieces of art. And I think it's really lovely when you can invest in that and have these pieces for life.
And before we end it, I just wanted to say that today's set is curated by the Vancouver Indigenous Fashion Week company. So thank you for having me, Tracy.
We love having you, Michaela, and I'm sure you will be back. And obviously, we can't compete with mountains, ocean, beach, like the trees, the forest. So it's lovely that in this digital time, we can still be in touch with you while you're out there enjoying that West Coast life. So thank you for everything you brought to the show today. We appreciate it, Michaela.
Thank you, Tracy.